Three Grots in a Vox is intended for a mature audience. This means there will be crude language and discussions of adult themes, especially if we're talking about Tactical Marines or Gabriel's Seth. Viewer discretion is not only advised but encouraged. All opinions are our own and often given for humorous purposes. Any advice is given largely for entertainment purposes and would probably be ignored. But if you do learn something useful, count it as a win.
No, that's fair. Hello and welcome, Grots viewers, once more to something we've not done in a while because we've been lazy-ass idiots who didn't really want to put any time and effort into filming an episode and copped out and streamed some Space Marine because it was fun and we felt like it. But this time we're going to be looking at pulling together a Blood Angels list from scratch with a bit of a twist. Some of you who've been watching or listening for a while might be aware that Tony and I have got a doubles event coming up in Stockport, Manchester at Element Games in April, and they've just got round to releasing the rules pack for it. So Tony and I thought we would mug our resident Blood Angels competitive expert here, since he's on hand and knows his shit better than quite a lot of people, let's be fair here. So, yeah.
So help me, Obi-Wan Kenobi. You're our only hope. What do we do? How do we start this? Talk us through, John. We've got an event pack.
You know, it's a video that I've tried to make before, but I feel like it's a hard video to, it's a hard thing to even get started with, right? So I guess if we have the event pack, we will start there. But there's a lot of other things that obviously need to go in to planning for an event, right? Cool, I just want to check. Yeah, we look good.
Working? Is that up there?
Yeah, I can see it. Cool.
Okay.
So is it a one-day event?
Yep.
Lovely.
It is a one-day thing. You're absolutely right.
3 hours per round. That looks pretty standard.
It's just on a Saturday. Yeah. That's where we are, really.
Yeah, do you know what? There's something liberating about one-day events because a lot of people don't go to them as much, and I feel like the thing about going to 2 days is 2 days is exhausting. I mean, 1 day can be exhausting as well. So we're playing doubles, meaning each team of two will play on the same table. You and your partner will bring a maximum of 1,000 points each for a total of 2,000 points per team. Fun and wacky thematic combos are the name of the game. This isn't about what's good, but instead what's fun and rule of cool. We should caveat that by saying that those are the best sort of tournaments to go to.
Yeah. So this is a charity event. Element Games put on a charity event last time 2 years ago. It was a Star Wars Unlimited event, and it was great fun. They had loads of raffly, prizey things going on. It didn't take itself seriously. It was just a big laugh. I believe this one has had a cap of 36 tickets sold off the top of my head. So there's going to be a lot of people playing there. It's a big venue at Element Games Gaming Centre in Stockport. So yeah, this is not going to take itself too seriously, but there will obviously be people there who are taking themselves seriously.
Actually care about what they're doing.
Cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
Go for it. Sorry.
So each player. So this is going to be a good video because what it's going to end up doing is we're going to end up creating two 1,000 point lists. So we're going to synergize together. I assume you guys are both taking Blood Angels, right?
Obviously, yeah.
That's the plan.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Okay. You can't share the points, so you're both capped at 1,000 points. The rule of 3 is applied across both army lists, and epic heroes are limited to 1 per team, so sort of pretty much standard. If Mark takes 2 squads of Sanguinary Guard, Tony can only take 1, because that would be the rule of 3. Each player's list may have its own detachment and army rule, which is pretty interesting. So you could actually both play Blood Angels, but both be different detachments.
Yep.
Okay. That's not going to be confusing at all to remember. And all FAQs, data slates, and release prior to submission date are valid for use at the event. Cool. What do you need to bring? You bring your army painted and based. You bring dice, measuring tapes. You bring objective markers. You bring rule books. And you bring money for tickets, food, and drink. Simple as that. I feel like you should expand that list to other things that you need throughout the day. For me, I would take paracetamol with you because I always seem to get headaches at these things. So you would take plenty of liquid or coffee or whatever you normally get, and paracetamol and all this. sort of things that you will
They
need.
do have a bar on site.
What, like an actual bar?
An actual bar that sells alcohol and cocktails and beer and pub snacks and the works.
So if I'm half cut by the end of round 1,
Then you'll have plenty of time to recover before having to drive home.
Yeah, you should car share.
But it's gotta be
7:30 at night. I mean, I'm not. Oh, you're going to have to wait around for that as well. I think.
Yeah.
Well, the last round
realistically.
should finish at 7:15, so you won't have to wait too long.
Yeah, maybe. We'll see.
Yeah,
How long it
this,
takes.
this might be a hotel job, to be honest.
Mhm. That's fair. If we need to, we can look at that and split whatever we need to and just make a bit more of an event out of it.
Yep.
That'll be fine.
Right. Okay. So what's the next page?
Anyway,
'Cause
yeah,
there's
we got
pages,
we got
isn't
3 pages of this stuff that was shared as a scrolling Instagram video, not as a PDF. Hence, we got these weird little things appearing on the rules pack as we are. So anyway, here's page 2.
Okay. We're going to play Supply Drop Sweeping Engagement. We're going to play Purge the Foe Crucible Battle, and we're going to play King of the Hill. I don't know if I've ever played King of the Hill.
You haven't. It's a custom thing, hence the little asterisk on there, which is immediately below it.
All right, so King of the Hill consists of a single objective in the center of the board. Players fight over this objective, scoring 5 VP in your command phase for holding, and an additional 5p at the end of the turn if there are no enemy models within 6. Oh my goodness. So it's complete bloodbath in the middle.
Yeah.
That might be really good for Blood Angels in that we can just jump a unit of Jump Intercessors or Sangry Guard or Death Company into the middle every turn, mop up what's there, and then get points, right?
Yeah. Maybe one of us could take the huge amounts of OC detachment, and one of us take a detachment that actually kills shit.
What models can I use? Well, we could always park a Thunderhawk gunship in the middle. This tournament is not limited to GW models only. Forge World and other company models can be used if they clearly represent a Codex unit. Converted models are allowed if they are WYSIWYG and match size and line of sight, etc.
Oh, dude, you bring the Thunderhawk, I'll bring a Porphyrian Knight.
Yep.
And that'll be stupid.
This event isn't about winning so much as having fun. However, there will be prizes. First, second, third, along with other prizes for best painted throughout the day. There'll be spot prizes. There's also a charity raffle. The raffle has been run in order to generate funds which will be donated to Mind Charity, who provides support to those living mental health problems while also raising awareness and pushing for change. And there's a link to them. We'll probably put that link in the video description as well.
We'll do that. It is a very good cause. It's very worthwhile.
There are raffles leading up to the event and during the event. The first is live now on the Element Games website. And on the day, we have lots of raffle prizes. You'll be able to buy tickets on the day. Please bring cash if you intend to buy tickets during the round.
So when I went to the one 2 years ago, they had so many raffle tickets, and it took so long to draw the raffle tickets that everybody who was there and playing in it basically got 2 prizes each. To all intents and purposes, it was nuts. It was really fun.
I can't imagine they'll do that. Make that mistake twice.
I don't know. There was a lot of Star Wars tat and memorabilia last time, so we'll see.
Might get lucky.
Have you seen some of the raffle prizes that they've done for this?
Nope. I've seen nothing.
I'll see if I can pull them up after we've done talking about this and the list, so we can show this sort of thing off. Unfortunately, anybody of you watching this in the UK who might want to come along, or outside the UK who might want to come along, I do believe tickets are sold out. Unfortunately, obviously people can cancel, but I believe they're sold out.
Okay, so we've got 3. These are our 3 rounds. So that round 3 is that King of the Hill, isn't it?
Yeah, that's right.
Round 2 was sweep. No, so sweep engagements round 1, Crucible of Battle. So supply drop, Purge the Foe, King of the Hill. So do you want to flip back to the thing? So we've got supply drop in the first one. Oh, see, I'm not bringing the Thunderhawk, not because I don't want to bring a Thunderhawk, because it won't fit on the table.
Yeah, it won't fit. Those. So this is UKTC terrain. It's not Games Workshop terrain, right?
I mean, they've got workshop terrain on there. They got tables and tables and tables and huge amounts of terrain. So it'll be a hodgepodge and a mix of stuff.
Yeah, no, I just mean like those layouts are not the the standard
Oh,
GW
I don't think they're the
layouts.
GW ones. I think
No,
they're
they're not official GW tournament terrain layouts. No,
Okay, so that's interesting.
this is just nine pieces rearranged slightly each time, isn't it? Yeah.
I've played that round 2 before, and that round 2 is actually very, very difficult for Blood Angels because there isn't a ton of places you can stage models, right? You know, with the one piece in the middle, you literally are cramming all your models behind that one piece in the middle. And typically they can usually get range round it, right? Or like line of sight round it. One straight chainsaw.
Very open.
Yeah, it's super open.
I suppose it might depend on whether they're hollow and have got walls that physically block line of sight in. That might be a thing as well.
Yeah. Cool. And then the last map where there's one objective in the middle, there'll be a little bit of cover, the tiniest bit of cover. In the middle, and
that's going to be brutal, that last one. I mean, it's going to be a funny one, isn't it? I think what they've tried to do here, looking at this, is they've tried to give each army a table that kind of suits them. So that first map's quite nice for Blood Angels because you've got nice big staging points.
Yep.
Yeah.
So Blood Angels, World Eaters, anything that needs to sort of like mass up and go with like a pressure list is going to like round 1. Round 2 is much more open. You have to do a huge flank, which is going to take you a long time, or you're going to go for the middle and get shot to shit. So it's really going to favour kind of your more shooting armies. And that third one is going to be like an absolute heaven for Death Guard and Custodes players.
That's what I was going to say. Yeah, Death Guard are going to love that last one. Just stick all their shit right in the middle.
And just say, come at me. And there's...
Yeah.
You know, if you've got just a crap load of Plague Marines and like Mortarion or whatever stuck in the middle of that table, they're not going anywhere.
Not anytime soon.
Or Catan. Catan are like super difficult to deal with right now, right?
Yeah.
And they're also flavour of the month at the moment, so you can guarantee somebody's going to be bringing like Catan heavy, stupid armies.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you know what the first 2 missions in here are? Supply drop and purge the foe.
Purge the foe is you kill 1, hold 1, kill more, hold more. I feel like supply drop is just something pretty simple. I'll search it.
No worries. I've wound up for the first time in a very long time not buying the latest set of the mission cards and stuff, so I don't have those. Although that doesn't mean you can't look them up, of course.
Of course not.
No, that's true. Oh, right. Supply drop is the one where objectives disappear.
Okay.
So at the start of the game, you roll for an alpha and omega objective.
You start with the usual 5 then, 1 in DZ, 1 in each DZ and 3 across the middle.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, it's much more like 2 middle 2, right?
Okay.
Yep.
So like 1 in each corner and 1 in the middle. And the 3 across no man's land, like a diagonal, like on this one it would probably be diagonal left, top left to bottom right.
Mm-hmm.
The 3 in the middle, 1 disappears at the end of turn 4, 1 disappears... No, I got that wrong. 1 disappears at the start of turn 4, 1 disappears at the start of turn 5. The tricky thing is, again, like let's say you play Death Guard. Let's say they're deploying on the south side of this board in round 1. And it turns out that the one that's disappearing at the end of the game is the one like just outside their DZ on the bottom right. They will be able to like just pile everything over there and just sit and camp the shit out of it. So this one can be skewed sometimes based on if the one that's going to disappear is basically the one in your DZ. Or like for a Blood Angels player, if the one that's going to disappear has a really good staging location, 12 inches away where you can hide all your jump pack Marines, you're going to be laughing, right? So, this is an interesting like they've definitely picked this to be a fun tournament because that round 1 is pretty crazy, and then round 3 is also pretty crazy. But hey, I find fun tournaments are the tournaments you make the most friends at and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So I guess the question then, before we start doing much, is going to be, do we go for a horrific, stupid skew list, or do we try and do something generalized and not be shit at everything, but not being excellent at everything either. Excellent at anything.
Or do we go with 2 stupid SKU lists, but in totally different directions? Do you know what I mean? So, like, one of us brings something that's going to be more geared towards kind of round 3. The other one brings something that's going to smash round 1, and then we just hope and pray for round 2.
Can I make a suggestion that's in the essence of the fun that we're talking about?
Okay, go for it.
This could be your last chance to run Firstborn Marines.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they're all getting legends for 11th edition.
I'm always going to run Firstborn Marines. They've got the same base size as Primaris. I don't give a fuck. I'm using
No, but I mean, like, if you wanted to run a Stormraven gunship, a Vindicator tank, a tactical squad, a Ball Predator, I really think that all these Firstborn Marine things are on the chopping block. We made a video about
bringing
that.
3 Vindicators does sound like it's probably a must on the card somewhere.
That's a standard thing for me to do.
Have you got 3 painted and ready?
I've got, well,
I know you've got 2.
but one of them's a laser destroyer, so I need to put another one together. But that's really not a big deal. You've got one as well, haven't you?
Yeah, I don't know if I've done anything with it, or if it's just red. I haven't looked at it in a very long time. It's piled up behind a whole bunch of shit in my cabinet. Give me a second.
Because my first thought when John started saying that was Land Raider and Centurions.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. That's what I'm thinking. It's a fun tournament. I think there's a real risk that some of this firstborn like I was just at a tournament where I really thought like this might be, like I ran a Stormraven event. And I was like, this probably is the last time you'll be realistically able to run a Stormraven at a 40k event, because I really think they're getting phased out. And I know a lot of people are saying that they won't be phased out, but I mean, I think Games Workshop want to resell Space Marines to Space Marine players, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Totally. It's a given.
So I think there's a good chance that you may never be able to have a Stormraven.
It doesn't explicitly say legends in here, does it? But also it says all FAQs, data slates, and releases prior to submission date. So
I can't help but think probably not legends.
Yeah, I think not legends.
I mean, if he changes his mind and says legends, then sure. But let's work on the right. Let's start off, John, if you don't mind. Let's say that we were taking this proper balls to the wall serious. We want to go and win. How do we do that?
With which detachment?
With Blood Angels, but other than that,
your recommendation.
You tell us how we put together 2 lists that are going to win, and then we're going to completely ignore you and bring 2 lists that are not going to win.
Based on what we own.
Based on what we feel like running, which is probably going to be, I've already decided, 3 Centurion Assault thingies in a Land Raider.
Okay.
And that's where I'm starting.
Yeah. Well, see, if here's the thing, right? You could do something quirky where, like right now, Rage Cursed Onslaught, the new Grotmas detachment from like just Christmas past, is the strongest Blood Angels. And the way you build around that detachment is you probably put 20 to 25 Jump Death Company in it, and then you put like 9 Sangre Guard in it. And that's like the core of that. They're the best units in that detachment by a country mile, right? But there is that new detachment that not too many people have played called, what was it, Orbital Assault Force. We covered that in the channel.
Yeah,
at the start of the game,
yeah.
You could put a bunch of stuff into Deep Strike, and it doesn't matter. Like, you just go, by the way, this Redemptor Dreadnought has Deep Strike. By the way, this Land Raider has Deep Strike. So you could possibly do something a la Centurions, where Tony runs Orbital Strike Force. So he's literally got like a Land Raider full of Centurions. That would be... I don't think you're going to fit 6, though. I think it would be over your 500 points. Yeah, it would have to be 3, wouldn't it? Because the Land Raider...
3 in a regular Land Raider, I think.
Yeah, how many points are a squad of Centurions again?
I don't know. Hang on.
It's like 150, something like that. Yeah, so I think it would be 3 in a regular Land Raider. You could maybe put something else in that Land Raider, like 3 Blade Guard as well or something. Put them in reserve. So your intention is to deep strike that Land Raider on that center objective, which is on basically, or the objective you need to hold at the end of the game in 2 of the games. And then Mark runs a bunch of Death Company, a bunch of Sanguinary Guard to do normal Blood Angels things, right?
Yeah. So a Centurion Assault score is 150 points.
Yeah.
A Land Raider is 220 points, but that's full because, of course, a Centurion's worth 3 dudes.
Yes, but you could fit 3 Blade Guard in there as well.
Could I? Yes,
because Blade Guard are 80 or 90.
Or you should make it a Redeemer because A, they're pretty good, and B, I've got one painted that was quite nice to use last time, if you remember.
Yeah.
The Redeemer is how many points? 270?
Something like that.
Does it fit?
Redeemer is 270. You're absolutely right.
Plus the Centurions. I think you could still fit the Blade Guard. Blade Guard are 80 or are they 90?
Capacity of 14 in a Redeemer.
Yeah.
So you could do something quirky like that.
I mean, I could. But come on, I want to win. Is that going to win, John? Right, start at the beginning. How do we build 2 lists that are going to win?
You're approaching this to win.
You want to win this. You want to win. It's a GT.
You can take 2 detachments across 2,000 points. What's the most bent, broken Blood Angel bullshit right now?
I mean, I like the idea of mixing detachments, though, because normally you can't do that.
Yes, we can.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. Like, you can't normally do that in a 2,000 point list, right?
Yeah, so it's a nice thought exercise for you.
So I would take the best of both worlds, right?
Mm-hmm. Go on.
And I mean, the best of Angelic Inheritors, for example, is Vindicator tanks and Plasma Inceptors.
Yeah.
So I'd maybe take some of those in one list. And then I'd take the best of Rage Curse in the other list, which is lots of Death Company, lots of Sanguinary Guard. Then you wouldn't necessarily have a lot of units for scoring.
Remind me, why is Angelic Inheritors good for Vindicators and Plasma Scepters? Because I thought they was meant to buff characters, and characters got more buffs than when they're on their own and doing things rather than...
because the Plasma Inceptors can go back into reserve for 1 CP, so you can drop them within 6, you can Oath of Moment a target, you can obliterate it because you reroll hits and wounds, right? And then you go back into reserve, so you're hard to lock. Like, if you place them in a corner of the board where they can't really shoot them, you could drop in, obliterate a unit, and then by the time they try and move around to get line of sight to you, you're like, haha, I just pick them back up and I put them down somewhere else. And the Vindicators and the Plasma Inceptors, you can only do it on 1 unit, obviously, but you've got 1 CP strat in Angelic Inheritors for sustained hits. So you either give the Vindicators sustained hits, which is pretty fucking good on a strength 14 cannon. There's the first swear word of the stream. So we're now PG-12.
I've put this under your column, Tony. It doesn't have to be. It's just like arbitrary at the moment. So whatever.
But also sustained hits on 12 shots from Plasma Inceptors. It's really not the worst either, you know. If we don't end up with too many things that we feel are getting enough benefit for Tony, I don't know if this is going to be sacrilege.
Go on.
But if you are Ultramarines, you can get +1 to wound on your Oath of Moment target. And that's also very good on Plasma Inceptors and Vindicator tanks. Because basically, like, Vindicator tanks with +1 to wound.
On the 2 then, aren't you?
Yeah, and Plasma Inceptors with +1 to wound are just they're all twin linked, right? I mean, I actually played a game at the tournament against a guy who had Bolter Inceptors, and Bolter Inceptors and Ultramarines with +1 to wound twin linked are unbelievably good at killing Marines.
Yeah, that figures.
Because I think I think the Bolter Inceptors get sustained 2.
Yeah, they're pretty horrible.
Yeah.
So, but if you
sustained 2.
If you're desperate to be Blood Angels, I can understand why you wouldn't want to.
No. This is we're starting off with I want to put together the lists that are going to win, and then we're going to bin this and go with what we're actually going to bring.
We're
That
not
makes
gonna bin it, but we're certainly
No,
gonna...
but the point is more that let's start off with wanting to win, and then we'll
Yeah.
start bringing the fun back in.
And every map is about killing, right? King of the Hill is about killing and taking the middle. Purge the Foe is about killing more and taking the middle. Supply drop is also going to be about killing because objectives are going to disappear. There's only going to be one objective left. It's kind of a war of attrition to who can hold that. So I don't really... I'm a person who doesn't really go for 3 of anything, though.
So we're in 2 Vindicators, 2 Plasma Scepters.
Yeah, I might do a 6 and a 9 on the plasma. Sorry, a 6 and a 3 on the plasmas.
Okay.
Because then that gives you like a really, really deadly plasma unit, and the backup plasma unit. If you get what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You're probably gonna need a unit of scouts or something. Because you're gonna have to do some secondaries. How many points is that? Vindicators plus those plasma scepters. It's a lot.
730.
It's on the screen. It's all adding up and...
Oh, it's adding up at the top.
all this sort of...
Excuse me.
Yeah, I've got formulas in there and shit, so it's all good.
So maybe scouts are 70 points.
Is that how much they are?
Yeah.
I'm so out of touch.
No,
Yes, they
you're
are
fine.
70.
They used to be 60. They put them to 70. 200 points left. What's good in Angelic Inheritors?
Well, you need a warlord, right? Oh, you need some form
You need a
of
leader, don't you?
leadery type, don't you? Yeah.
I would take a captain plus 3 Sangre Guard. That will be 195 points, if I'm correct. Because a captain with a jump pack is 70, right? Or is he 75? If he's 75, it's 200 on the nose, which also works.
Sanguinary Guard's 125, and the captain is... Characters... The captain is... Where is he? Jump pack captain. I don't want that one. 75.
Ironically, he's 5 points cheaper than the captain on foot, so that works.
Is he?
Yes, that's how fucked the balance is in 10th edition of
75.
He's
You
80
are right,
points
yeah, he is.
for one on the foot, right? 75.
Yeah.
So the jump pack is 5 points cheaper. Make it make sense, Tony.
Jesus Christ.
Okay.
I mean, okay. That's
a good squad in Angelic Inheritors, though, because Angelic Inheritors is if you're attached to the captain, you reroll 1s to hit and wound. So that squad is hitting on 2s, rerolling 1s. The captain's also hitting on 2s, rerolling 1s. And I would probably give them the spears, so they all get +1 to wound on the lance, and then reroll 1s to wound as well. So I've been playing my old Sangre Guard, you know, how they used to have axes and power fists. I've just been using them, and if anyone's like, I'm like the guys that don't have swords, that's spears. Yes, they look like axes and power fists, but they took away our options.
The Horus Heresy Dawnbreaker models I've got, which are definitely not Sanguinary Guard honest, they've all got spears, so
There you go.
That could be pretty cool to use for these.
Yeah.
So that gives you quite a few.
That's horrible, that list. That's got so much killing power.
Yeah. And then scepters can drop within 6 inches. So the cool thing about that, like, there's a real big argument that those 3 inceptors are just bolter inceptors, and the logic behind that is, bolter inceptors aren't going to do fuck all against vehicles, but let's face it, you've got 2 Vindicator tanks and plasma inceptors as well. But bolter inceptors should, just 3 of them, I imagine, annihilate like a squad of cultists.
Yeah, and there's going to be somebody who brings masses of light shit somewhere.
Or
we're going to have to be ready to deal with it.
Plague bearers or poxwalkers. So someone's what they call not Gretchen. Yeah, Gretchen. Excuse me.
Yeah,
Gretchen's. So some player somewhere, like an orc player, a Death Guard player, is going to have
or
a unit.
bajillion gene stealers or something.
They're going to have a unit of chaff on their home field objective. The Inceptors will be able to drop within 6. The Bolters will hopefully do enough damage, I would have thought, with the Sustained, potentially with Oath, to pick up any unit of chaff.
Yep.
And then once you pick up said unit of chaff, you've got 9 attacks, Sustained hits 2, twin-linked. If they can't get back to deal with that unit, you then have a choice. You either put them back in reserve, or you just jog on to their home field objective, right?
Yep.
So it's a real, like, plasma inceptors are good, but I don't think we're going to need as many plasma inceptors because
You still got twice as many.
yeah, exactly. You still got a 6-man squad that you can drop down and do a ton of damage with anyway.
Mhm.
And the bolters will just clear off any chaff units that you don't want to be there. And if anything, they can make space for a deep striking unit of Death Company that need to come in as well, in the next turn. Or they can open up a space for a rapid ingress just because they've got the 6-inch meteoric descent, I think it's called, on the Inceptors.
Yeah.
So then, yeah, I mean, if I was doing it on so if that's Angelic Inheritors, I think this other detachment would be the new one, Rage Cursed.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And I think probably the hands down the best unit in that detachment is Lamartus plus the 10 Death Company. That's 300, 100 for Lamartus, 230 for the Death Company. Obviously, you need so it's 10 Death Company.
Yep.
You need like the 3 Power Fists, the 2 Eviscerators.
Yeah, the full loadout.
The full loadout. You also probably want 2 more squads of 3 Sangre Guard. And again, you want them with spears because they're just so good in this detachment. They don't need any support. The way to think of these guys in this detachment is you think of them as your jump intercessors, right? Like if you just compare them like for like, jump intercessors get like 25 chainsword attacks. Well, these guys get 15 2 damage spear attacks with lance and reroll 1s to wound. And they have AP2 and they hit on 2s, and then they have the 4-up invulnerable save. They only have 1 less wound, but they're also 3 wounds per model and -1 to hit in combat. So they're just anytime the opponent has a skirmish unit out, you just pick them up with this small unit of Sangre Guard. And then at this point, I think it comes down to how many Death Company do you want? Because you can easily have another squad of 10. I actually tried that last week on my channel. I didn't like it because I feel like 10 without Lamartes is quite susceptible to shit that has blast, right? Like Lamartes sort of makes up for that because the -1 damage, but if you don't have -1 damage, 10 Death Company, they start getting hit with blast weapons, everything is like +2 attacks. People get like, the second they can ignore cover and they've got 2 damage weapons, models just start dying really, really quickly.
Could you bring though like 10 and Astaroth?
But equally so, I was about to say, 10 with Astaroth, it murders things. Or at least it did last time I played it.
They do slightly more damage than Lamartus plus 10, yes, Astaroth, because of the devastating
the vast
wounds.
amounts of dev wounds on charge.
Yeah. It's about 10% more damage than the Lamartus unit. And it's cheaper. So it just doesn't have the survivability, but the added fact is that you do have Fight on Death for free because of Astaroth on his 4-up.
Rage Curse gives them some survivability as well. From something that they've got a survivability buff.
They got the bonus Feel No Pain, if I recall correctly.
Yeah, they can have a Feel No Pain on 5 and Rage Cursed as well. Yeah. So your choices really are. Well, the other thing about Rage Cursed, the thing that I was running with my 10 was there is a 6-inch pre-game move enhancement on that you can give to the chaplain, and or a fight first enhancement. So you can have the other 10 with 6-inch pre-game move or fight first. Both are good. The 6-inch pre-game move is actually really fucking scary because what you can do is you could put the Death Company, you could deploy them first if you wanted to. You just deploy them as far forward as you can, where the 6-inch pre-game move will let you scoot them back into your own cover, right?
Right.
Because you know that you're going to get to do your pre-game move. They can't stop you. So if you go to the very front of your deployment zone, but make sure everybody can get back behind cover with moving 6 inches, then you have options. You go first, you're going to basically move forward 6, jump forward 12, and now you're 18-inch closer. On some of those deployment zones, they're only like 20 inches apart. On the mission where the deployment, when it's a circle, you're actually only 18 apart. And if you imagine if you put them on that corner to this corner, like not the whole circumference, only 13 inches apart. So if you have a 6 pre-game move and then a 12-inch jump, you're really making them have to think about their deployment because They don't know at that point if they're going first or second. And because you could use your pre-game move to jump back behind cover, you could be totally safe as well, because you're just like, I don't get to go first, let me just hide my whole squad just behind this cover. So that's an option too. So it really comes down to, do you want to run another 10 or do you want to run 2 5s? Because I think both are valid. I think personally, I'm going to run the 10 and 2 5s, and I think I'm going to attach the 2 5s with characters as well, because they're just much better with the characters.
How much is a standard jump chaplain at the moment?
75, I think.
So, because I mean, I just looked, because you could
Astrath's 95.
You could run another 10 with Astrath,
Mm-hmm.
and then that gives you enough points to run a. I don't know, it sounds ridiculous. Nobody else is going to run it, but a Death Company Marines on foot.
Oh, with a chaplain? Yeah.
No, it doesn't get you a chaplain in there as well. That's the
awkward bit.
It
just doesn't, just not enough points.
Because 5 Death Company Marines on foot is 85 points.
Yeah, you could do that.
And that would be the 2 10s and a 5 on foot. But actually, maybe a chaplain with 5 and Astrath with 5 is not a silly.
I like the 5s because these units do so much damage, right? Like if you just jump them in, the chaplain plus 5, they do a boatload of damage. They're under 200 points, and the thing is, you know you're going to get countered on pretty hard, right? Like, even if you jump 10 Death Company in, let's be realistic, you kill one big thing, but then your 10 Death Company are super exposed. So the question becomes, what can the 5 kill? Can they still kill quite a bit? Because the answer is yes. You know.
So 990 points. Oh, hang on, how much is that chaplain's enhancement?
I've
25 or 30.
I've put some stuff up on the sheet, Tony. It's all adding up. If you want me to change anything, I'll change it.
No. I'm just talking because, like, the problem with Astrath is he's 20 points more.
Yeah.
I think he's worth 20 points. Don't get me wrong.
Currently, that lot there is 970.
Yeah, but if you swap one of those out for Astrath, you've only got 10 points left, which is not enough points for that for the enhancement. Yeah.
So I guess the question is Astrath better or worse than a 6-inch pre-game move or a fight first on 5 Death Company? And I think this is why Astrath's not getting played, Tony, honestly. Because I think both fight first and 6-inch pre-game move are super strong on those Death Company models, right?
Yeah.
Because imagine you're facing an opponent that needs to melee you.
Yeah.
If you get in there turn 1 and you've got the CP to fight on death, or you've got the fight first enhancement, then they're absolutely fucked. If they charge you, they just know they're going to take a lot of losses. Because it's like, oh, well, if you charge me, my Death Company will either fight on death, or I've got the fight first enhancement, you know? So it's just
So, well, this is the thing. So Astrath, I think, works better with a unit of 10. With a unit of 10, his fight on death and his ridiculous amount of damage output is obscene. I've always preferred Astrath to Lamates. I just think that the more Lamate's getting better resilience and his unit is less important than, because no matter what you do to Death Company, they're never that resilient.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
right.
10% resilience on a toughness 4 3-up armor save. Does that make a lot of difference?
But more damage is always handy, because that means that you've got a single unit that can more or less obliterate anything in the game. It's like, I've got this fucking Knight Porphyrion, okay? I don't care. Whereas with the Lamates, you might not kill that knight because you haven't got all those mortals. I mean, I know the consensus is that Lamates is better. I just like being able to kill like a Castellan or something, and I don't think...
Or a Catan.
And I don't think that Lamates does it. I mean, John, you've run all the maths on this. Those mortal wounds, though, when you're fighting Catan and that...
Well, Catan are a bad example now because they're -1 damage on everything, which really fucks.
Doesn't matter against devastating wounds from Astrath.
Devastating wounds do get adjusted by -1 damage, yeah.
No, they don't, because they're always 1 damage at a time. I hit you with 1, even if I'm doing dev wounds for 6 damage, that's 6 instances of 1, and it'll do 1 + 1 + 1 + 1, and that you can't minus damage them.
I think they FAQ'd that, Mark.
Oh, motherfucker, seriously?
Yeah, I'm like 90% sure they FAQ'd that. because I think it was too powerful. So things that
mine's
have
that out of date. Great. Okay. Fair enough.
they like to bury the shit in the designer's commentary or something, and it's like you have to. I kind of hate how difficult it is to keep up with that stuff.
The only thing I will say with that though is that a lot of the damage that's going to come out of the Death Company are single wound damage.
Yeah, that's very true. Anyway, like half the attacks are chainswords, aren't they?
And turning all your chainsaws into 10 chainswords. I know they're not all chainswords, but it's going to be 7 chainswords or something like that in a squad with a lot of attacks, all mortal wounds.
The main rules for dev wounds says after that attack is allocated, it inflicts a number of mortal wounds on the target equal to the damage characteristic of the attack.
Yeah, so there's definitely an FAQ somewhere that says you minus the 1
before
you convert them into mortals.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but
that rings a bell now you mention it. It has been a while, but that does ring a bell.
But yeah, please don't think that I'm trying to say that you're wrong and the consensus is wrong. I've always just kind of lent in, especially with things like Death Company, on the assumption that they're going to die anyway.
Yeah, they are.
They're
not a durable unit.
Having these things hit harder to me has always been like the way I've built this for years is lean into the thing that the unit is good at, and don't try and turn the unit into something it's not. Death Company is designed to murderify something and then die.
And die. And
do you want to ensure it dies? Sorry?
It's a pity they don't explode on death.
No, I always feel like
that
they should.
Would be funny.
Like, they have a rule that says you can always do mortal wounds, but all of their attacks are hazardous. Do you know what I mean? Because they just accidentally cut their own head off or something.
Yeah, well, they've got grenades, right? Like, they could just, pull the pin out. I'm going.
If you kill a Death Company in melee, you take mortal wounds. It's just the way. They die quite happily, but they take you down with them.
Yeah, exactly. What's that bit in Monty Python? He's like, I'll bite your feet off.
You know what I mean?
I'm dead. I'm still fighting.
But yeah, and I know, like I say, I know people for this entire edition have been telling me that the Martyrs is better than Astrath, but I just can't help but think turning 2 damage into 1 damage when all your men are going to die anyway.
I still remember using it to charge a mate of mine's Eldar army, and he buffed his avatar up to the 9s with all the defensive buffs it had at the time, and he was like, "You can't touch this. This is just like the biggest thing going." I'm like, "All right." Walk up to the avatar, chuck some grenades at it, charge it with Astrath and Death Company. Oh shit, you killed it! Oh no!
I think it comes down to...
It was really funny, I like that.
Matchups, right? For example, Drukhari are a fucking horrible matchup for Blood Angels to deal with. Every single weapon that they have is designed to kill a Marine. It's all like -1, 2 damage, but just, like witches get like 50 attacks. So it's just like, it's not... like they run into like a knight army or something, they just completely bounce off, but they run into marine bodies and they just kill and they kill and they kill. And in a matchup,
should be weak to something else. There should never be anything that wins everything 100% of the time.
If you're playing something like Drukhari, Lamartus is absolutely worth its weight in gold because it just halves all their damage, right? So it's like... But here's the thing, like, you go to 10 tournaments, you fight Drukhari once, so it's like... Yeah, if you come up against Drukhari, you've got that unit of Lamartas and Astrath, you could just run them straight in and you'd just be thinking like, yeah, I'm just going to go, and the second he targets them, use the 5-up Feel No Pain, so all their damage is halved, and then your 5-up Feel No Pain against it all, and it could just be like... Yeah, I just actually played Drukhari at a tournament, and like... I literally jumped a unit of Death Company into the middle of his army and was like, I killed 1 unit and I knew that they were going to be overexposed, but I was just like, I'm sitting on my CP to fight on death.
Yeah.
So like, I know you're coming into me with 1,000,000 marine killing attacks, but I'm going to fight on death and I'm going to slaughter your whole army. So I'm going to get a 2-for-1 trade basically. But yes, so like
it's going to be the same into Custodes because they're all damaged too as well, aren't they?
So there is matchups where you're going to really love having Lamartus, but there is equally as many matchups that he's not going to do shit, right? Like, you're fighting Death Guard, everything's a 3 damage weapon, he doesn't really help you.
Yeah, what's the big boogeyman at the moment? It's Necrons, isn't it?
Necrons, and everything's a Catan with like flat 4 damage. It doesn't really matter. He doesn't help at all.
What are you thinking, Tony?
The big winners at the moment, I believe, are Necrons and let me check.
Guard have just been nerfed, haven't they?
I think their bridgehead detachment just got a couple.
Yeah,
nerfs,
it did.
Yeah.
Because they were a little bit overtuned.
Drukhari, 59% win rate, the highest out of the meta except for Deathwatch. So it's Drukhari, Deathwatch at 60%.
Sorry, what? Death Watch at the top?
Yes, it's probably because like one player played Deathwatch. Let me tell you how many players it
Only
was.
one, yeah.
It was
did really well with it.
It was 15 players.
Mm-hmm.
Drukhari had 39 players at 59%. Chaos Knights, I mean, they do a lot of like 3+ damage, so Lamartas wouldn't help. 28 players at 58%. Necrons, 64 players at 57%. And then Gene Stealer Cults, 25 players at 132. 25 players at 55%. So yeah, there's it's about 50-50, right? There's like Gene Stealer Cults have a lot of 2 damage, Drukhari have a lot of 2 damage, but the Necron and Chaos Demons have lots of.
And that's the whole with this list. It's really, really killy. There's nothing to watch your backfield at all.
I would sit 3 Sangre Guard in the backfield to start with.
But also, looking at those maps, there's nothing really to defend in your backfield.
Yeah, it's much more about.
Like, the third one has no rear objectives at all.
Yeah,
so who cares if you lose your backfield?
I think supply drop, you don't get any points for holding your stronghold as well. Because supply drop, you only get points for holding in no man's land.
So who cares on that one?
All right, so backfield is less of a thing, is what you're saying.
Yeah. So you could bring that list, that Rage Curse one, I know with Ashtrath on there, but that gives you enough points to run one of those chaplains with that 6-inch.
Is that 35 points? Is it?
It's 30 points. And leaves you 5 points. So you could Ashtrath or Lamartes. It doesn't matter. You can run either.
They'd be interchangeable for the purposes of doing that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and here's the cool thing about, see, if you do put the chaplain with the pre-game move, you don't need to decide your attachments until you start deploying, right?
Yeah.
So if you suddenly, let's say you come up against an opponent and you think, hold on a minute, it would be really good to basically get a 6-inch pre-game move with a 10 Death Company and go YOLO into my opponent, you could still do that with a 10, right? Because it's not like that chaplain's attached to those 5-man until the battle starts. You with me?
Yeah.
So it gives you flexibility, right? Like Astrath, maybe you feel like you don't, I don't know, maybe you're fighting like orcs and you're like, well, we don't really need mortal wounds here because most of the orcs are toughness 5, but a chaplain with a 6-inch pre-game move and a 12-inch jump that can just smash out like one of the main orc units right at the start of the game. I don't know, he's got mega knobs
so you're
or something.
swapping out which character is attached to which unit. Yeah,
you're just like, you know what, going right into them with a 10-man before they can wag at me and do all their shenanigans, maybe that would be a more important thing for this one match. And you know, Astrath will kill stuff with a 5, maybe not as much, but he will still kill stuff, right? It just gives you a bit of versatility, a bit of options, and options I suppose are good, right?
Yeah, definitely. That's quite strong, that, I think.
I'm not feeling massively inclined to mess with this, to be honest, very much.
See, the only thing that I don't like about this is that
it doesn't have any dreadnoughts.
Well, yeah, that, and also I haven't painted almost any of it.
Okay, cool.
I don't have 20 Death Company ready to go.
Right. I think I've got 10.
Or 6 Sanguinary Guard. Or, sorry, 9 Sanguinary Guard with spears ready to go.
Right, so if I'll mix and match.
Any interceptors at all.
So I've got 6 plasma scepters, 3 of which are fully painted.
So looking at this is what I have painted. I'm ready to go.
Yeah. 2
Vindicators and a chaplain.
Okay. Well, that's why I was saying, like,
right.
Because this is.
Well,
I mean, don't get me wrong. I think I probably own all these models.
I've got that. I'm relatively sure I've got these. I think I used them at our last bloody thing, so I did have
You
stuff
use
in the PC, so
10
yeah,
death
so I've definitely
companies.
got that. I've got that.
I think you should do your Land Raiders and Turians idea and make them fill a hole.
I've got that. So have I got my Sangard? Well, they'd be with swords. We could just like say they're spears or some shit. So
To be honest, Sangard are so quick to paint. I'm not so
Yeah.
worried about it. I've got like a month and a half, but
captain. I don't know if I actually got a captain ready painted. I probably do. I've got a bajillion different captains.
yeah, I've got a bajillion different captains. But I don't think I've got any painted jump pack ones. Not with the right sort of loader. I think I've probably got a Smash Captain somewhere.
I'm sure I've got
Um,
a jump chaplain.
You can run a Smash Captain. It's still
Yeah.
valid. Devastating Wounds is not the worst idea.
Don't get me wrong. Okay, so this is quite
Let's
good.
say I'll do this because I've got the models. 3 of them are fully painted. I just need to do the other 3, so that's fine. So we'd be left with needing, if assuming we ran this,
Yeah.
them.
I've got. Yeah, problem is I've got plenty of Death Company, but they've got the wrong weapon loadout at the moment. And the way that mission pack was written to me says that they want the right weapons loadouts because it made a big deal out of WYSIWYG.
Yeah, it did.
So I feel like I'd need to set them up with the correct weapons, not the random, because all of my Death Company are the old ones. And
But
you know,
even
actually,
so, if we went with this isn't a mountain of
no, it's not huge
stuff.
painting. It's perfectly doable in a month or 2 months is what we've got.
2 months.
Yeah.
About a month and a half for me because I'm on holiday for 2 weeks
Chunk of
during the
it.
middle of March.
All right, so let's park this for a second and then let's go back to square one.
Okay.
Can we duplicate this page or something?
Yeah, easily.
And then let's go to V2.
All right. Where do you want to start?
And then I want to start this. Hang on. Where was my thingy? I've lost my thingy now. Charity. Right, here we go. So I'm going to start this with a Centurion Assault Squad for 150 points.
Yeah.
Sense 300 and how many?
150.
All right.
A classic pattern Land Raider
Uh,
for 220.
Squad
Oh,
size
for
22,
sake.
fucking hell. 22 Land Raiders. You better get painting, Tony.
I better get painting.
Yeah.
Then 2 squads of 5 Terminators.
Yes. Oh, this has got to be Orbital Strike Force, man.
how many points is 5? you know?
170.
170.
Okay.
And then I need some characters. So one of
Chaplain.
each. Let's go with a chaplain and a librarian.
Chaplain and Terminator Armor, yes.
Yeah, obviously.
He's the best.
Is it worth bringing? I've only got one chaplain model in Terminator armor.
I don't think I've got any. I don't think I've ever got one.
I've got. Do you remember you've seen my one? I did it for the last tournament, the special edition one.
Yeah, that's the one I've got as well.
I've never got around to acquiring one in Terminator.
Chaplain and Terminator armor. Now I've got. How many points is that? I don't know how many Libby. So a chaplain and Terminator armor is 75. A Libby.
Probably the same, I guess.
I'm trying to find him actually. He's 75 as well, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that is with 140 points for. Well, fuck knows.
It's 2 squads of scouts.
You could do 2 squads of scouts.
Oh, no, you couldn't. No, you couldn't. Scouts
No,
are
you couldn't.
70.
Yeah,
Oh, no,
140.
sorry, yeah, you're right. 2 squads of scouts. Or an Invader ATV.
Fucking bullshit.
Well, I was thinking a unit of heavy intercessors, but the problem with heavy intercessors is they cost annoying 100 points, don't they?
Yeah. I've got 2 squads of 5 scouts in all the modern loadout painted. They're also old scouts, so whatever. But they've still got the right loadout. They're still legal GW models and all that bollocks.
So here's my thinking on this one.
Mm-hmm.
That will, in Sons of Sanguinius or Liberator Assault Group, obviously, because that means that all of those Terminators attack at strength 10.
True.
Okay.
And these Assault Centurions hit at strength. Who gives a shit? It's dead.
Okay.
Yeah, they can be strength 12 with +1 to wound, twin linked. Sustain 2 into monsters and vehicles. It's very good. They just move.
I mean, I'm not going to say that that's a very good army.
But it's what you've been thinking about.
Well, it's literally what I've been thinking about just now. But I don't like those scouts. I know that the scouts are the competitive choice.
Well, here's the thing. Let's say you remove the scouts and you put in a squad of intercessors. What actually can you do with
40 points? Fuck all. Oh, what I can do, you see, with the 40 points.
Well, hold on. What if we
the,
change him to just assets on foot?
How many assets?
Put a character with him.
Oh, I haven't got enough points for a character. But if I did go with the heavy intercessors...
You do. You've got enough points for a chaplain for +1 to wound. Yeah, a chaplain on foot's only 60. A lieutenant on foot is only 55 now as well. So you actually have enough points for 3 blade guard plus lieutenant, which isn't a horrible thing because the lieutenant gives the blade guard fallback and charge and lethal hits.
That's probably better than assault intercessors, isn't it?
So you could do assault intercessor with chaplain, or you could do 3 blade guard and lieutenant. I think
3 blade guard and lieutenant is probably more. Yeah, but what I'm going to do with the blade guard and lieutenant, because I can't fit him in the Land Raider.
Just walk him.
Well, you run behind the Land Raider turn 1 and you hop in when the Centurions hop out.
Yeah. I think that's probably more powerful, isn't it?
I think the AP2 from the Blade Guard is more meaningful, yeah. And then
the because I do like assault intercessors, especially running big units of them.
Yeah, you like assault intercessors. I'm not a fan.
A chaplain on foot is 60, so we can put a chaplain with a blade guard.
Yeah, it's your choice.
The chaplain or the lieutenant?
What's
the chaplain
what's the fight first?
It's too expensive. It's really expensive.
He's too expensive. He's 75.
Because
I believe. The Judas.
That's what I was thinking. If I dropped the 2 squads of scouts, I could bring 1 squad of.
I can't even remember what that guy's called.
Judasar, Mark. Judasar.
Yeah,
that's the guy. Yeah.
I could bring 1 unit of heavy intercessors and the upgrade on the chaplain in Terminator armor to give it the fights first.
No, I mean
okay.
It is good.
Oh, Judy is 70. Yeah, so
can't afford the Judy, can I?
No.
So if with that one, it's going to be the lieutenant or the chaplain.
Or, as you say, upgrading one of your other 2 Terminator characters and just...
I don't think the Librarian and Terminator armor is particularly good in this detachment, to be honest with you.
Right, let's kill him off then. Chop him.
No, not. I mean, like, just chop him off. Like, so there's no character leading that squad, yeah.
Alright.
What does that let you do?
Or do I bring a second chaplain in Terminator on?
God.
I mean, that doesn't change any of the points you're left with, right?
No, but it does mean that you run that second Terminator. So stick a chaplain in there as well. And then you put 3 blade guard and another chaplain.
Yeah. Bollocks.
And then that means you've got every one of your units is basically +1 to wound, apart from the assault centurions who don't need it.
Yeah.
Everybody's hitting at strength, something daft. 8 for the blade guard, 10 for everything else. I mean, it's not particularly competitive, but
I suppose it's how you.
It's slow as shit.
Yeah.
You would have to make the other side of the list fast.
I like it. It's very you,
You'd put. I'm just thinking, especially
but
like
this
King of
is
the Hill.
scary as fuck.
Oh no, that's really powerful. Yes. It's kind of what do you want to do here, Mark? Do we want to win or do we want to go silly?
The thing,
I'm not.
that
Go on,
other
go on,
list
John.
does get countered. Like, it's not infallible. Like,
Mm.
if you come up against triple Catan, you're gonna have a real fucking problem.
If to be honest, if I was fighting Triple Catan, I think in some ways I prefer the silly Terminator list.
But how many points is Catan at the moment? Remind me.
I think they're like 380. So you could easily.
So somebody
Could
could
be
take
double
2 in
Catan.
one and 1 in the other. Yeah. Okay. Fine.
Well, they could actually take 4 because each Catan is a different shard, right? So there's 4 unique models. I don't think they're epic. Oh, they're epic heroes,
they are
but
epic
yeah,
heroes.
you could still fit 4 of them in. Yeah, I mean, I think with Tony, if I'm fighting Catan, I'd probably rather have the Assault Centurions because nothing else can kill them. Like the other list has huge problems against Catan. Like
Right,
even your
you don't even the
Astra.
Vindicators just like do some damage.
They might, or they might do fuck all.
Yeah, because the Catan.
I love my double Vindicator. You know I love double Vindicator.
Mm.
I'd say the most reliable way to drop them would be the Assault Centurions with Oath the Moment, and you use the stratagem on them for both lethal hits and lance, and you reroll everything that is not a 6 to hit, because you need the sustained. So basically, you Oath the Moment them, you roll, 12 attacks from the Assault Centurions, you pick up every dice that isn't a 6 and you roll it again. That's going to be your most reliable way of killing them. Because at least you know you're guaranteed 12 attacks. That means you should statistically roll 2 6s. You're going to roll another 10 dice. Probably roll another 6.5. So before you even get done, you're going to get about 9 extra dice from sustained. And they're flat 3 damage. So the Catan reduces them to 2. But I just think the Vindicator tanks. I mean, if you can get both of them targeting on the same Catan, sure. But he's not going to put them out in the open for you to shoot them unless he's an absolute muppet, right? And I believe one of the Catan might even have lone op. Or maybe it's got stealth. I think it's got stealth.
Stealth, yeah.
Okay. I assume that'll be the
Deceiver.
Yeah. Plus, we might also be making a meta call that's complete bollocks, but we can only work with what we know or think of. So
Yeah, I haven't made a meta call in 10th edition, and I never will.
at an event like this, it's so easy to just bring anything. It's not like a serious thing. So people just there's going to be some people who bring serious stuff, and there's going to be some people who bring
A stomper.
stupid bollocks. Yeah.
You know what? The thing I like as well about the chaplains, right? I don't know if you know the profile of the Catan Deceiver's ranged weapon at the moment, right? But it is 6 attacks, hitting on 2s, 6/2/2, so strength 6, AP 2/2 damage, but it is anti-character 4-up, so any unit that's got a character, it's automatically wounding on 4-up. It's devastating wounds, so every 4-up is guaranteed devastating, and it's precision. So he's precisioning devastating wounds on a 4-up, 6 attacks hitting on 2s. So 6 dice, he probably rolls 5 hits, right? Because 1 misses.
Yep.
And then every 4-up is 2 dev wounds. So against anything that doesn't have protection against mortal wounds, or is going, you're instantly going to lose the character from the squad. 2 out of 3 times you're losing that character. So at least those chaplains in Terminator armor do give the whole unit a 4-up feel no pain against mortals. So if he tries to precision out your chaplain, he's probably not going to kill it, right? He might do 3 wounds to it, but at least you're in good shape. Whereas any other character in any other unit is getting sniped. So we talked a lot about Lamartis and Astrath. They're going to be sniped. If he could put that unit in reserve, it's one guy in a fucking 40 mil base. So if he can drop that down anywhere and see your Death Company unit, he'll snipe your character. It's rough.
Yeah.
So I think you're right. If you're playing against Catan, as silly as this might be and as slow as it might be, I think it would be better. I guess you have to decide: is someone going to bring for Catan? Because
Yeah.
okay.
Someone's gonna.
Because
Let
they,
me double check and see how many the size of the event.
they're the boogeymen at the moment. They are 100% the boogeymen.
And someone's going to go, do you know what, 1,000 points, fuck it, knights.
Mm-hmm.
And it's going to be one Castellan or whatever it is and a couple of little ones, or just a load of little knights.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, it's definitely sold out. Where the hell am I finding the size of this event? It's not on the.
Well, you said it's 30-something tickets or something, didn't you?
Yeah, I seem to recall that.
Yeah. It's not that important. Someone will bring whatever. There's going to be some people there that are absolute tryhards. And they're going to want to win this. And that's definitely not going to be us.
No.
Let's be honest.
Not in the slightest.
I'm preparing a list for one of the other guys that's going, and that's 5 custodian dreadnoughts. Because I've got to paint that as well.
So how do we kill that?
What, 5 custodian dreadnoughts?
Yeah.
Well, you smack them with some assault centurions and terminators is how you kill it.
Oh, I see where you're going. Okay.
This list is perfectly good into anybody who thinks, do you know what, I'm going to boogeyman it, and I'm just going to go all in on the biggest and toughest and silliest shit that I can.
Mm-hmm.
But it's completely fucked against anybody who goes, I'm going to really carefully play the mission. If they start bringing a load of scouts and stuff like that, and they're going to really carefully try and trade models on objectives, things like that, this is buggered.
Yeah, I think the other side of this list is Mark would need to bring something that's fast and something that also brings a bunch of 1 damage attacks, because all your attacks are 2 or 3.
Because if you brought alongside this, then maybe just an absolute shit ton of things like jump intercessors
And Death Company.
Little 5-man units.
Sort of stuff I brought to the last event, then basically.
No, because last time you brought 2 hammers, didn't you? You brought Asterath and 10 Death Company and Dante
and 6 Sangard. Yeah, but what I'm saying is splitting them up.
Well, almost. What about that list we were looking at a minute ago?
Yeah. That's kind of where I'm going.
Like that one that we were looking at for the Rage Cursed Onslaught.
Yeah, little fast squads with lots of attacks is what you want.
I mean, that would work. Oh, no, you can't bring the chaplains now.
That's not true.
Yes,
well,
no, it's not true.
Can't bring chaplains in TDA.
Oh no, it makes no difference
one.
because they're on different data sheets, aren't they?
Yeah. We could bring 9 chaplains if we wanted to. If we really wanted to, there's nothing stopping us from bringing 9 chaplains in this army.
I mean, I feel like at that point you should just go all in on Death Company dreadnoughts, because at least they would have OC and there's going to be a chaplain within 12 inches of them.
I do have 2 painted firstborn Death Company dreadnoughts.
Just looking at that other thing, if we go, just flip back to that Rage Cursed list for a second.
Yeah.
In that list, right, we've got another 3, we've got 6 chaplains in that list.
Yeah. You got a lot of +1 to wound, that's for sure.
You can bring Lamates over Asterath because we don't need his hitting power anymore. We've brought that already.
Okay. But I haven't got a painted Lamates and I've got a painted...
Yeah, but I can paint you a Lamates, it's not a big deal.
Yeah. That's a lie. I've got a painted firstborn Lamates. I can use that.
I like that new model. It's really pretty, isn't he?
I never bought one. I didn't get around to it.
I bought the Rage
box.
Box,
Yeah.
and then I got him with it. But
all right, let's just copy this over because it appears to be what we're working off as a base.
I kind of like that. I mean, it's still stupid. It's got absolutely no OC at all. There is not a single battle line unit.
But we already established there's no points for there's no points for holding.
There's a little bit, but not a ton of them. No, it's all about killing and being the last person left on an objective rather than contesting them. Hmm.
I mean, don't get me wrong, the Terminators will die to anything powerful at melee or shooting, whatever. They will come down.
Everything dies.
Everything dies, but they're fairly tough to kill. So we have got something that can hold. If we can get all of those Terminators and those Assault Centurions and maybe that Land Raider on that central objective or something like that. Because, of course, what we can do with all those Terminators is leave, for that final ones, you leave one units in reserve, and then you just bring it, you rapid ingress it.
Mm.
I mean, I think I kind of like your idea of just like, we know we have to be alive at the end of the battle, so we've traded some speed for 10 Terminators with the 4-up Mortal Wound, Feel No Pain, and a Land Raider and Assault Centurions. Maybe use the Blade Guard to sit on one of the objectives in the middle that we don't care so much about because they've got an invulnerable save and 3 wounds per model.
Yeah, or even at the back if we need to.
Everything except for the Land Raider and Assault Centurions has got 4-up invuln on that list.
Well, the Death Company don't. But
No,
Mark's
no,
playing
on the lag stuff.
Yeah, and then Mark can use the stratagems for Fight on Death.
And he's got the Nazis in there for the slightly tougher jump packs anyway if he needs it.
Yeah.
Sandguard, 2-up armor save, 4-up invuln save.
Mm-hmm.
And that's going to be about as proof from Satan and Mortal Wounds as I think you can effective. I don't think you could make realistically, I don't think you can make a Space Marine army that's more Mortal Wound resistant than that.
No, because it's literally everybody except like 2 squads have Mortal Wound, Feel No Pains.
Sure, fuck it, why not?
Mark's not sold on this yet.
It's more that I don't really have a good alternative to offer up, and your arguments are pretty cogent, and they make sense.
It's a fucking stupid list.
That's also part of the argument that makes sense.
It's a fucking.
You know
stupid.
those T-shirts that usually say something like,
we need to both get Blood Angel Commander stupid face T-shirts to wear.
No, you know the ones that say like there was the Stargate one that said like O'Neill and Carter and you know, like the names of the 4 characters in Stargate. You need one that says Chaplain in Terminator armor and Chaplain in Terminator armor and Chaplain on foot and Chaplain with Death Company and Chaplain with Death Company and Lamartis.
5 chaplains and Lamartis walk into a bar.
That would be a pretty cool T-shirt. I'd wear that.
God.
That's the more I'm looking at it, the dumber this is, and the more I like it.
Oh man.
Yeah, I kind of like it. What do you reckon, Mark?
I think we can make it work. I think it'll be funny.
What do you need to paint? What do we need to paint to do this?
All right. So, tell me what you've got ready out of everything on here.
The Land Raider.
Okay.
One of the squad's Terminators and the Chaplain.
All right.
Jump Pack Chaplain.
Okay.
That's about it, really.
All right. So
I've got bits of everything else. I just haven't got them. I need to, like, my Blade Guard have been nearly painted for ages. Because I've never been a huge fan of them. But
remind me what the difference is again between spears and swords.
Spears.
+1 to wound because they have lance.
Right, and the swords are extra AP.
Yes.
Okay.
So the spears are better. Just because I think +1 to wound is more meaningful.
I certainly think so in this particular.
All right, so let's assume I've got those. I might have to fuck around with what weapons some of them have got and whatever. That's fine. I've got those ready from last time. Let's say I've got that ready because I've got a firstborn one painted and I'll fucking use him. I don't give a shit. I've got a chaplain with jump pack painted and ready.
So you need to get effectively 10 Death Company painted.
So they're a problem, and they're a problem.
Yeah, and the Assault Centurions. I've got the Assault Centurions. I've got the Terminators built. They just need finishing. I've got
all kitted out and loadouts how you want them.
Yeah. I've just got to finish them off, so I'm not too worried. I can get that half done without too much of a worry.
Have you got that metal chaplain that I gave you the other year?
Yes,
the old Blood Angels one.
Yes, I do. Somewhere. Yeah. I can put something together. I'm not worried about that. I'll do something daft. I did last time. I'll find something cool to use. The Blade Guard veterans I'm actually going to use. I think they'll be all right with it. I'm going to use my
those Terminators, the Paladins.
Terminator Paladins.
Yeah, they're fucking perfect for it. They absolutely should be.
They've got swords and shields.
Yeah.
And I just think that will look cooler.
You're like 90% of the way there then.
Yeah.
And I've got 10 Jump Marines to build and sort. I might have a second chaplain.
Well, I've definitely got a chaplain.
I think I've got a second chaplain now that I think about it.
I reckon I like this. I've got a bit of work to do. Mark's got a little bit less work to do. But
all right.
We can always do a Grots episode where we just paint and you guys can tell us about your progress. A couple of weeks.
Yeah. Here's panic.
What, you mean the night before the event?
Not the night before. Come on.
I've got a honking great big printer on my painting desk at the moment. So, but I'll think.
All right. So I don't know if you guys can see this at the moment, but that's my painting desk right now.
It's lighter than the printer.
Yeah, all right. It's fair point.
30 kilos. Took 2 people to move that.
Oh, man.
Yeah, but no, it's doable. I think that's doable, and that would be a very silly list.
I think we should do it.
All right. Right,
there's our list.
There we go. And anybody who's turning up to this event and watches our thing knows exactly what we're going to bring. So, whatever.
And our plan. I mean, like we were saying, we could bring the other list, which is very sensible and probably quite good.
Yeah.
Or,
we might meet up separately after this and decide to go for the other one.
Yeah, which is much more sensible. Plasma Inceptors, because I'm famous for my love of plasma weapons.
Yeah, I actually do love them. I own a bunch, and so I'm really happy with the Plasma Inceptors. So that's good.
Do you know I don't own any Inceptors? Like any.
You didn't get some in the Dark Imperium box set?
They are fuckers.
No, I didn't buy Dark Imperium.
Build. They're the worst models in the world to build. They're a bajillion little pieces. They're fiddly little bastards. It's horrible.
My issue is I really don't like them. I just don't like the look of them. And because I 90% paint things because I think they're cool, that's why I've just never bothered with them. I probably have got some in a box somewhere, but I didn't like them, so didn't worry about it.
The only thing that I was half expecting to get recommended up here that we haven't mentioned even slightly throughout this stream was Eradicators.
Yeah, they're pretty good. I've got some painted. I actually like the models. I like Gravis armor generally. It's just stupid shot trap. It's just like, I don't know why you would design a system to get them shot in the back of the head from the front.
Just proxy them, like be like Vanguard veterans with a couple of plasma pistols and say they're Inceptors. Deal with it. Yeah,
I could do that. I have got Vanguard veterans, but no, fuck it. I'm running that now.
All right, okay. We
decided. I'm running my 2B Land Raider because I haven't used it ever because standard Land Raiders are crap.
Cool.
I'm running Assault Centurions while I have the chance.
Before they die horribly into obscurity. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Cool.
I like it.
Cool.
I wish I could get hold of one more Dawnbreaker model rather than just have to buy a whole another 5.
Yeah, it's annoying, isn't it? Because I fancy getting some Dawnbreakers to do the same thing that you want to do with them. But I want
Should we go split on a box of 5, and I'll have one of them, and you can have 3, or I'll have 2 and you have 3, or something. I don't know, whatever.
We'll talk about it after the stream.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
And that way I could have like 6 of them with spears, and they'd be cool looking models.
Cool.
Okay.
Right. Let's call it a day there.
Yeah, there we go. I'm going to share something else instead, just to go through some of the other little bits of relating to this charity event, because I want to go through, and it's kind of cool to see. Right, so this was the start of it all. That's the initial gumph, which is, fine.
Yeah.
The gaming space donated by Element Games themselves, awesome.
Yep.
Boris works there and has been friends with them for a while, so that's pretty cool. Artist Opus is run by the guy who owns Element Games, so it is pretty natural that they're donating a whole shitload of prizes for.
I do like Artist Opus stuff.
I do like Artist Opus stuff. Their brushes are amazing, and they're going to be getting used for the first time in
They're my normal.
far too long. On my desk, been painting up this shit here.
Yep.
Siege Studios supporting with something. What are they supporting with? This is just an advert and doesn't exactly say how they're supporting us.
Stuff. Under their careful tutelage, blah 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 blah. I don't
Okay,
get it.
so Siege Studios are supporting
But we're not sure how.
with something. So there'll be prizes up for.
They probably said, "Yeah, we'd like to help," and then someone's gone, "What can you do?" We've gone, "We'll figure that out later."
We'll give you like lesson prizes or something. I don't know, or commission a free commission painting. Ooh, free commission painting as a prize. That'd be good.
Yeah, well, they also do some painting classes and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So
the Dirty Down. I have no idea who Dirty Down are.
Oh, Dirty Down are these things. They are some of the best effects paints and that I've ever used. I've got
I see.
They do. I've got rust, the third degree, and moss, and they are
anti-flare matte, gore and snot, ceiling effects.
Absolutely brilliant effects.
Yeah,
really, really good.
Okay.
I've only just relatively recently moved into the miniature space. They were for a long time in the prop space. So when you see movies, you've got like Mad Max, everything's all rusted and shitty.
Yeah,
they used to do the paints that would make it look rusted and shitty. And they've just moved into miniatures, or being used in miniatures. It used to just be for films.
Did we cover that in one of those effects paints things over
I'm
Christmas
sure
or
I've talked
something?
about it. I'm sure I've talked about it on a stream before. They're very, very good.
Awesome. Cool. Color Forge. I like their stuff these days. I'm buying Color Forge spray paints.
Yeah. I've never bought any. I don't have any Color Forge.
GW ones are like 300 mil, so they're almost half again as big as a GW one, and they're a couple of quid cheaper. And I don't have any issues with their quality of spray and running out of power, any of this stuff, or getting blocked nozzles or anything. They're solid, good stuff.
Everybody I've spoken to has said that they're decent. I just the thing is, I have to buy those online, and there's a little local shop around my corner, and I can buy the GW cans in the shop around the corner.
Yeah.
So when I run out, I just get another one.
And also, to be fair to GW sprays, while they are more expensive, I've never had a clogged nozzle with them. They've always worked right until they've run out of paint. It's never been an issue. Unlike some of the Army Painter ones.
This is one that I bought, which is a TT Combat spray. And this one, if I'm honest, has been a bit shite.
Okay.
It's too thick.
Well, Tony, you get to save up any hobby purchases and budget for hobby stuff until we visit this place.
Yes.
And then you're going to go nuts over everything they've got there. Because I think, did I send you a video of all their little...
Yeah, you did. Yeah, you filmed it for me last time you were there.
Yeah, that was good. All right, so these are the donations that they've had so far from Color Forge.
So they've had some tins of
some cans. Stuff. Yeah. That's a whole bunch more donated prizes, things from Element and otherwise. So you've got bunch of models and dice and other models. And is that a Terminator Chaplain? I can't quite tell. Whatever.
Oh no, that's
The
the
commemorative Warhammer Plus guy. isn't it?
commemorative.
Oh, that guy, the evil.
Azrag the
dude.
Slaughterer, or whatever his name
Yeah.
is.
All right. What we got next? We got War Mag. So sticky magnet stuff sponsoring.
Oh, nice, yeah. I've never tried those out.
Yeah.
I don't know how good
I
they
don't
are.
use them, but I absolutely value magnetizing bases and things. So
I've seen a few of these, and I've
good.
personally, I've never got on that well with the magnet sheets. I've never found them quite sticky enough.
So I don't use magnet sheets. I use sticky ferrous sheets.
Yeah, that's how I
Yeah.
think I would go.
Oh, is this one? I think what they're doing, they've sized these to go under bases.
Yeah, so, but I think they are the magnets.
Oh, right. Okay.
It's a magnetic material.
And they're less powerful than actual rare mineral
Yeah.
magnets. Yeah, I can see that.
So I don't know. Maybe they're quite good. I don't
Yeah.
haven't used them, so I can't say. Gamer's Grass. Gamer's Grass is good stuff.
Yeah.
Got plenty of that.
Yeah. With a whole bunch of scenery and things in there. So there's
Yeah.
quite a
Some cool
huge
stuff, isn't there?
pile of things coming here.
Oh.
Dirty Down donations have come in. So
Rust paint. There it is. Love it. Good
tubs
stuff.
of rust.
That is
Yeah.
my favourite stuff.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Cool.
Artis
Next
Opus.
Artis Opus.
Oh, I'd like one of those big brush sets. That's a lot of money's worth of brush set.
Oh yeah, you're not wrong. That's some nice stuff there.
That's some very nice stuff there. Yeah.
Ooh. Okay. And we got Tempest Terrain.
I don't know them.
No, not me. Let's see if I can
Check out the Instagram.
load that up. I have to swap to a different window, apparently. There we go. I'm not doing an Instagram. Get lost. This is them, is it?
Nice
Tempest. Okay,
boxes and
so
stuff
let's,
like that.
oh
Oh,
piss
go
off.
away. It's just going to make us do that.
No. All right, I'm just going
Look
to
at these
scroll
pictures.
down through things.
I was
Yeah.
going to say
So-
Instagram, put a 9.
Looks to me like fancy dice boxes or 3D printed dice boxes, doesn't it?
Fucking Instagram. Fuck off.
I
I
don't
actually
have
deleted my Instagram account recently, so I can't log in.
Yeah,
That looks pretty cool as well when I hover off this one that
Yeah.
I'm doing there.
some cool stuff there.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice.
Right. Yeah, we're done with that. Get
Good
lost.
luck with that. Good luck with that. That'll do. They've got a lot of people on board for this, haven't they?
Yeah. It's high profile thing.
Orange brushes. I don't know them. Another brush manufacturer by the looks of it. It's-
Uh,
They home maybe.
uh,
I don't know what they do.
Oh,
Oh,
there
there
we
we go. Nice brushes. Oh, nice Klinsky scale. Well, I never say no to new brushes, do you?
no.
Fancy. Okay.
Many brushes. Okay. Yeah. Cool.
Yeah, they sell brushes.
Awesome. Like them.
That's a trophy.
It's a Warhound Titan, mate.
Yeah, I know. But it's a trophy for the best painted.
Yeah, we're not winning best painted. You might, but I won't.
I won't. Everything that I'm running is going to be speed painted like buggery.
And I'll drag it down because I'm fucking awful. So it's a real shame. But yeah, that is an awesome prize for best painted army.
That'd be cool. Yes.
Full on Warhound Titan. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
Looking at-
July last year, 20% sold. Sure, we know they're sold out now, so that's irrelevant.
Yep.
And then
Sold
the
out.
third sold, yeah, even more. And people asking for tickets, and they're up. And a big poster, which looks,
Awesome. Actually,
yeah, it's pretty cool.
I like that a lot.
And then that's me poking for the rules pack, and people
more
asking if it's
people
sold
poking for
out
the
yet or
rules
not. Yeah, and asking questions about when we get the rules pack. And then, oh no, it's sold out. And there we go. We got another separate raffle. Somebody has painted a Ultramarines army that is going to get.
Raffled out for the.
Wow,
Cool.
that's pretty nice.
It's very nice.
It's a shame it's Ultramarines, but
Yeah, I mean,
it's
the wrong
very
colour.
nice looking Ultramarines. Let's be fair.
Yep.
That's cool.
And more people chasing for the event pack, and then we finally get the event pack, and then people who
What's
haven't
that?
read the event pack because it says it
Um,
needs to be painted.
Yeah.
And yes, I'm sorry, but yes, it needs painting. It's a
Yeah.
tournament.
And
Um,
yeah, Cool.
Wicked. So I'm quite excited about this now.
Yeah,
I've got a lot of work to do, but it can be done.
that's cool. I'll drop our list that we've got in our Discord and all that kind of jazz, so we can know what we're working on, coordinate from there. Awesome.
Yeah.
How are you feeling, John? What do you think about what has been created before you and the monstrosity? And
I think you're fun, man. I think it sounds fun. Yeah, it sounds like there's a lot of prizes as well. Sounds like a good event to support.
you should come down and cheerlead.
Yeah, it's a long drive to Element Games, but yeah, maybe another time.
Yeah,
You can fly into Manchester. It'll be fine.
I could see you in a cheerleaders outfit as well.
No. But I will get down to some tournaments at some point. I promise you.
I mean, we've been doing this for fucking years now. We've still not met in person. We're gonna have to
I know.
sort our shit out at some point soon.
I'm supposed to be going
James
overnight
has
away.
met you,
Yeah,
what,
I know.
2-3 times.
But I'm going to a tournament overnight for the first time in the summer.
Okay.
Since we had 2 kids. So
Yeah, of course.
we'll see how that goes.
Yeah,
Nice.
I appreciate you got a lot going on. You need to take care of.
You know, ironically, this is the week where Michael woke me up at 1 a.m. peed to bed this week, and then Annabella woke up having a nightmare at 3 a.m.
He
So
hasn't been to bed once since he potty trained either.
no, it's his first time he
peed
peed to bed in like 6 months or something. But
Oh,
we are getting out of it.
He was like really mad when we told him that he'd peed the bed.
Yes. Right, let's call it a day there then, guys. So
yeah, we're
thank
done.
you
We've
very much
achieved
for
what we
watching.
came here to do.
Wish us luck.
Hope you've enjoyed the process of everything we're going through, asking
See
for
why
all the
we've
advice.
done it.
And,
I'm sure
what's
we've
been
done
built.
it wrong, and I'm sure you'll tell us all in the comments how wrong we are.
yeah, and if we're going to see you there, great. And if we're not, after we've done it, I'm sure we'll do an episode on it because it's an easy episode to make after
Yeah, we'll talk about and we'll
getting our
post
asses kicked. We'll take some photos and
Yeah,
maybe some
please do
videos
take
and stuff
photos.
while we're out there.
Yeah.
And
So-
have a great time.
Yeah. So we'll catch you on the next one. Thanks for watching.
Good night, guys.
Party bye.
Good night, everybody.